What's up, guys? Today we wanted to talk about 5 big fat music industry myths and bust them wide open. The first of those music industry myths is all you need is a good song. It's simply not true. You're not the Beatles, neither are we, so anytime we put a song out, we need to make sure that we put the work in to make sure that people hear it and it gets into people's eardrums. And the thing is that everybody says and thinks that they're a musician or an artist, but nobody's putting in the work to make a career or a living out of it. So what you have to do is outwork and outspend those people. And the good part is there's plenty of ways to do that. You can work a song on Spotify or a song on SoundCloud pretty easily, actually. It takes a lot of work, but it's actually a very simple process. And then you also got to get your social game up. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. And you can always contact influencers on social media to ask if they will share your content. And sometimes they might ask you to pay, but it's very often worth it. Yo, Kyle, coffee's ready.
And the second myth is all you have to do is play shows, and we did that with one of our old bands, and we did have people come see us play. We had fans and followers come from it, but you kind of burn out those people in that area after a little bit of doing that, and everything has to work together. You can't be too much playing shows in one spot, or else you'll burn those people out, and you can't be non-existent on the internet because then people will forget about you with everything else going on. So we're not saying don't do shows, but it depends on your genre and where you are as an artist to get the most out of your shows.
The third big fat myth that we're gonna bust wide open today is that you need to be played on the radio. That is complete bullshit. It is not the 1980s anymore, and you can do it all without play on the radio. In fact, the best way to get played on the radio is to do everything else first. Don't waste your time contacting radio stations, emailing them, calling them, telling your friends to request your song. That stuff doesn't work. Juicing's not a good idea. Contacting a radio station is a waste of time. If you get your buzz up working Spotify, working SoundCloud, where plenty of artists blew up, that's your best bet to get played on the radio. But you don't need it to succeed either.
The next myth that's kind of creeping up is that you can do everything yourself, and that you don't need a record deal or help from anyone. You can only do so many things before you max out your time or max out your money. So like maybe after you do a bunch of things for a while, you start narrowing down what you actually want to continue doing, what you enjoy, what you're good at, and then you hire other people to do or bring on those people onto your team and pay them royalties or give them a certain percentage or whatever you make, or maybe some kind of deal like that.
Yeah, and something that we found that works very well for us, and I'm sure you can find amongst your own circle of friends, is we have friends that are very good at certain things, so we bring them on for the project to do those specific tasks. We have actor friends that we've put in music videos. We have graphic design friends that have done artwork for us before, and even videographer friends who do our music videos and edit them. The next myth and a common misconception is that you need a record deal. This is simply not the case, and while a record deal looks very tasty and is incredibly tempting, it doesn't mean that you need it. Of course, they would give you a package where they put you on tour and they help you produce an album, and of course you get paid, but it's also at the same time kind of a loan. They want to see that money back the same way anybody else who invests in you does. So while you don't need the label, you do need someone to invest in you, or you need a loan or a very rich uncle who believes in you, and a lot of the time record deals end up taking a much larger percentage than you would like. Not only that, but they kind of have control over you now because they just put all of this money into this project, and if you're not doing what they say, that doesn't work out. Secondly, you might be scared that you'll never get to that level where a label contacts you and says, hey, we want to sign you. And that's okay because you don't actually need them to make a career off of this. You can make money off tons of other things like streaming, shows, merch. If you can build the fan base on your own, that's pretty much what you need to be able to bring in revenue.
One of the last myths, the bonus myth, is you don't need to pay to reach your fans. Every once in a while, you'll see somebody write a complaint status about Facebook and how they limit the reach, but you're using their platform, and the cost to reach your fans are much cheaper on Facebook than they are on a magazine or on television. So it's important to just appreciate the fact that you can reach those people.
Hopefully this video helps somebody out there. If it did, leave us a comment, let us know. If there's anything else, you have any other questions, you can always drop a comment or email us. Make sure you follow us on all social media. We have other videos available for artists coming up in the underground, and we have really only scratched the surface so far ourselves, but we definitely want to help people that are coming up in the industry with us. And if you have any tips that you think could help us, feel free to drop those comments. Peace and love.